In saying that, though, really, as I mentioned initially, it's not all about the app. The app is a really important part of this page, but it also is the further engagement. So it is the competition that they're running, which fits nicely because it's about extreme sports, and they were trying to make an extreme Bop It experience. So there is a competition where users are uploading, viral videos of themselves doing extreme sports, and they can win £250. It is about the skin. Obviously, that skin isn't the coolest skin you've seen, but people that love Bop It will download that skin onto their page, and they'll become brand advocate of Bop It. And we track how many people download the skin. We track how many views it has. Again, these are all things that the brand managers are desperate for, that they can then report into the higher beings and prove their case. And so it is, as much as the application is the core component of the brand and profile, it is about everything else around it as well. It is the polls and quizzes. It is, the competitions. This is not Facebook, and I can't reiterate that more. It is, a younger demographic. They have more time. And so what does that mean? Give them polls and quizzes, give them competitions. They'll reward you with, time spent on the app pages and the branded pages. Moving into Bebo Originals. So this is another really interesting area that really essentially is our bread and butter. We started this 2007 with Kate Modern. Is anybody familiar with Kate Modern? Cool, okay. There we go. So Bebo Originals essentially is ad-funded content. We have been massively successful getting, I think we've had now about 25 brands come on board, all spending about 6 digits to sponsor shows and to essentially integrate their products into these shows. Everything from Kate Modern, which was online drama, to Message from Earth, which was a package that we were encouraging the Bebo users to leave messages on an application. Then we picked 250 messages and we streamed them into space from the Ukraine space station. To Gap Year, which is an online reality series. So we picked 6 Beboers from our global sites and we sent them around the world for 6 months. I mean, how good is that, right? Bebo users, all of a sudden they drop everything and they travel the world. And they still can play. So it's the content that the users were looking for. And so the way that we fund these things obviously is through ads or product placement. Obviously you can't do this stuff in the UK on TV, so we take it and we put it online. And to date we've been pretty successful. We've won some awards, people know about us. And I have a job, which is great. But in saying that, as I mentioned at the beginning, applications on Bebo are massively successful. I mean, the profile views on an application or the friends on an application page outdo any of these shows. So obviously we know our users love applications. They love what you guys are doing. But we make a lot of money off these shows, so hence why we can have Bebo and why the consumers can spend all their life on Bebo. So I guess my question to you is, how do we bring these two worlds together? How do we allow these two areas to actually coexist and ultimately create really cool applications that are not just about streaming video, are not just about having a two-way interaction. It is really coming up with something really innovative and really cool that the users will love. And will love, and you guys will love. So, it is something that I'll leave with you. In saying that, I did want to end with one of the shows that we're launching in 2009, and it's called Mayhem Makers, and actually Jeff was at our launch event that we held a couple weeks ago. Actually, I'm going to talk about it first, and I'll go to the next one. Yeah. So this is a new show that we're launching in 2009 that we know our users will love, and we're desperate to find a sponsor so we can actually do it. It is a bit close to the bone. It is making fun of mayhem in London. It's produced. We've
have 3 questions.
Okay. Who wants to be first? If there's any.
If there are any questions.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a couple of questions. So you said that there's 1,000. The profile you had 1,000 friends. What's the average number of friends on Bebo?
For branded content?
No, for a user profile.
Oh, for user profile. That would be 1,000 friends would be a lot.
Yep.
Like that guy obviously is actively going out there looking for friends. I would say on average most people would have anywhere from like 200 to 250.
And so the other one I was going to say is the average number of user-generated content items, like photos or videos. So that guy, again, had a lot of photos and videos and other things that he'd uploaded.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's on the extreme. So what is it normally? I mean, the key thing for an application developer is to know how quickly you could go viral, or how many installs you might want to have, or whatever it is. So.
Yeah. To be honest, that is something I don't know. I don't know how many. I know how many photos I have, but I'm not an average user, so I can't tell you that.
If you deploy a new application to Bebo, is it still the case that people will search the application directory and actively go around adding these applications, which is pretty dilute on Facebook? Is that still something that's decent in terms of a seeding mechanism?
Yeah, actually that's something I didn't mention. We do still have the application directory, which Facebook doesn't have. So that's something where you can click on apps from the home page and go through to an application directory, and it's all categorized by content, which I assume is really beneficial. And so even though I was saying LinkedIn is, linking content is really important for those people that friends aren't active in the app space, and they are, here's their chance to find the application in a different area.
How many apps do you currently have?
Oh gosh, this is gonna come up. Thousands. Not as many as Facebook, I'll tell you that, but we're trying.
And which UK apps are you most excited about? If you really talk, is Boffet the best, or are there other ones that we should look at?
From a branded perspective, yeah, I think Boffet is one that we've been really pushing, and the users from that generation are loving it. So yeah, I would say.
One more. You guys originally supported the old Facebook platform as a way of developing on Bebo. Do you see, in the way forward you're going to take that forward and, well, basically taking the new Facebook platform as well, or are you going to stop development on the platform you have currently?
Sorry, say that again?
Basically, you've got essentially the old version of the Facebook platform,
right,
which you
yes.
implemented 6-9 months ago now, and it's never really been updated or updated as Facebook has moved on.
Yeah.
Have you abandoned that, or are you going to take that forward?
Right now, there's bubbling going on in the US about exactly that question. So yeah, I think we obviously, we're dealing with a very fickle audience, and we're all competing against each other. So we're always doing updates and stuff. Exactly what you've just said. We've got to continue to update it, to improve, and so we'll follow the trends.
Develop a blog as well.
Yeah, there's a developed blog, and just today, actually, funny enough, I didn't hear this from the US, but I did read a press release on it. We've just launched this whole new kind of area on Bebo that's encouraging application developers, talking to them directly, giving out awards. I think it's similar to what Facebook is doing. Obviously, we're following the trend, as just mentioned, so definitely check that out in the developers area of Bebo.
Cool. Thank you.
Great.